Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second day of IndieX 2025. I am SirBecas, and I'm going to be your host for this morning. Right now, we're going to be playing Escape from Ever After, RPG inspired by the classic Paper Mario games. When a greedy megagorp from the real world starts taking over fairy tales for their cheap labor, a newly hired storybook hero must climb the corporate ladder, rally together other disgruntled employees, and fight back. It's a very fun game, and so let's start playing it. Okay, I have a save file, but we're gonna start over, just so you can see the intro. Here we have our Megacorp boss. Hello there, welcome to the demo. My name is Mr. Moon and I'm your manager here at Ever After Inc. I'm gonna skip a little bit of dialogue, just gonna get straight to gameplay. So, as you can see, this is a real Megacorp, looks like a call center office. He also has a little laugh. Let's get straight into gameplay. Okay, so this is where our story starts. So our heroes are called in the office because there seems to be a problem. Flint, Tinder, and someone that the manager doesn't remember who he is. Wolfgang, remember? The big bad wolf from the Three Little Pigs. And here we start with something that I find very interesting about this game. So this game will go touching different classic stories from Sherlock Holmes, as you'll see, from the Three Little Pigs, and I can imagine in the future in many different stories. And that's a very interesting part of this game because I think it gives the developers the possibility of creating several stories, several biomes, and several worlds for us to explore. Pretty creative. So, what is the problem here? Well, there seems to be a problem. We're going to be sent in a business trip for a specific reason. One of the employees of the company is gone. And so this is about a company where we go into worlds to solve problems and to investigate stuff. One of our colleagues disappeared. It happens to be Sherlock Holmes. So, Detective Sherlock Holmes was hired from a mystery novel for his deductive skills and street smarts. Ever After Inc. sent him into a newly acquired storybook to scout things out. So the company is looking to open up some new branches and thought this place had potential. But yeah, he went to a storybook and never returned. And our heroes are gonna be sent into that storybook to find Detective Holmes. The book Detective Holmes, The Shadow over Innsbury. It's the story we're gonna be sent to. So it's a nice folktale about a quaint little seaside town. Of course, there's some mysterious happening there, but it's nothing you need to worry about, says the boss, right? So Tinder brings a very important point here. So, they sent an employee to an unexplored and potentially dangerous storybook all by himself, and he went missing. Now the company's plan is to send more employees in with no backup. Yes, indeed, says the manager. You guys are real team players here. And Tinder questions, are we finally going to talk about getting a raise then? And just like any manager, Mr. Moon laughs. What a great question. Such a great question, in fact, that I just remembered I have an important meeting coming up shortly. Off you go then. By the way, this business trip isn't in the budget, so you won't be able to charge any expenses to the company. This is a fairly common trope nowadays, but it's always interesting to have this anti-capitalistic trope in the beginning of these games, giving us some context. And so let's start the game. And here we are arriving in town. The game is very, very pretty, as you can see, and we play as a party. Whoa, I can't believe we are in yet another storybook. Sure, it's dark and foggy here. How are we gonna find Sherlock Holmes in this place? First things first, let's get to our hotel and check in. Sherlock Holmes was staying there too, so that's a good place to start looking. Okay, current objective. When you see this icon pop up in the corner of your screen, your current objective has been updated in the journal section of your inventory. Okay. Okay, so let's start. So, interesting thing, this interesting 2D, 3D background dynamic. Okay, so Tinder is gonna teach us how to fight. I've done this tutorial before, but I'm gonna do it again so that everybody can see how things are processed in combat. Yes, so let's remember. Let's go. Just a second. Okay, so let's go into battle now. Alright, Flint, I guess for some reason it's now my job to remind you how to fight. Sorry, Tinder. First, let's select attack from the battle menu, then choose buckler throw to do that signature move of yours. So the combat is pretty much, I mean, at least the overall is standard turn-based combat. There are, however, some interesting dynamics and synergies that we can pull off that make the combat much more interesting than the classic turn-based RPG that we had like in the 80s and in the 90s. Okay, so we're gonna choose an attack. We cannot choose the second one because we don't have enough MP, but you can use the classic buckler throw from Flint. Oh, and by the way, I'm playing with keyboard. It's pretty friendly with the keyboard. It's very easy to play as is. So, in the action command, now it's my turn. Okay, so as you can see, there are a couple of interactions that we have during the combat. So before I managed to send 2 attacks, even though I just selected 1 attack, and now Tinder is telling us that we can actually block an attack as well. So let's see. It's gonna come and then and I missed the block. So there's a very, very specific timing window for you to block, and I nailed it. See how you took no damage? You'll need to try to block enemy attacks or you won't last long. And if you get the timing just right, you'll do a perfect block which will mitigate even more damage against harder hitting enemies. Alright, another thing, before we fight for real, I want to make sure you have your full strength, otherwise this will be quite boring for me. Take this Stunnet. Okay. Yeah, so you can use items as well. You can take like the Stunnet to recover HP. And so overall, for people who are not familiar with turn-based combat, but, well, maybe they are because everybody played a Pokemon game at some point in their life, probably, or a Final Fantasy game. It's pretty much that, with some tweaks to make the combat more interesting and more dynamic. So let's go again. I'm going to select one attack, but I'm going to be able to, hopefully, hit a second attack in the right timing. So let's try that. 1, 2. There we go. I missed the block, but I managed to attack him twice. Let's go again. 1, 2. Nice. Victory. Let's go. Right, are you refreshed? Let's continue to the hotel. Okay, you can enable assist mode in order. Okay, yeah, so the game has some accessibility features that are very interesting for someone who wants to make the combat, I would say, easier or at least assisted in the sense that different commands are not performed just by the player. Very interesting approach. These options are great if you would like to a more laid-back experience or just want to experience the story. Exactly. So you are not interested in a very complex combat system. You just want to explore, and so the game offers you that possibility. Anyway, let's talk with some NPCs. They are very impolite. Hi, can you point me towards the hotel? I suggest you head right on back the way you came, outsider. They are not very friendly, are they? Well, I never played the Paper Mario game, which I think was one of the main inspirations for a game like this. So I was very surprised by this mixture of 2D and 3D environments. There you go. And as well as the turn-based combat, so it's a very interesting mixture of activities. Light the torch to lure the bridge. With your dragon companion, press and hold shift to breathe fire and use the arrows to aim. Okay, looks like the sign was written just for us. Lure this roller on you. So it seems like the story is interacting with us. Okay, but first I'm not gonna do this just now, so that you can see. I'm gonna go through how this is supposed to go before progressing. So we have this quest. Pigeon Pete, how goes it, my dear, hearty friends? Hi there, any chance you know how to get through that locked gate outside? What gate? Oh, just fly over it, says the bird, right? Oh wait, you're a wingless snub, aren't you? Tell you what, if I had another sweet sip of nectar, I might be more inclined to help you out. Bring me a bottle of nectar, then I'll sing like a canary. I think I left a bottle of nectar somewhere out on the docks. Okay, so let's find that. Let's explore a bit first. Pay 10 coins and fully restore your team's HP and MP. Not yet. I know I will need this in a second, so let's just go on a little bit more. Yeah, some elements in the environment are also destructible, so another interesting element to the game. There we go. Another hidden coin. And let's go. Okay, so what did it just say here? Light the torch, follow the bridge with a dragon. Okay. There we go. So this kind of interaction throughout the world kind of reminds me of sometimes Pokemon, where you also have exploration gated by specific elements that you have to use abilities to open up. But at the same time, it also made me think about classics like The Lost Vikings or maybe Trine, games where you have to use different characters and abilities to progress through the world. So let's go on. There we go. Let's see what they tell us. Press Q to throw your buckler. Do this to collect out-of-reach items and destroy hazards. Let's go. There we go. Sorry. It is such a joy indeed, fish. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's very cute looking, right? The sweet nectar is popular and addictive among certain birds. There we go, I guess we found what the bird asked us to find. Uh-oh. There we go. These creepy creatures look pretty beyond the usual fairy tale foes we are used to. Your bumbling fighting skills simply will not do. Your wanton buckler throwing might earn you a spot in the circus, but it's not going to get you very far in battle. Here, drink this coffee. There we go. We got ourselves some MP. We just gained Mocha points, which can be spent to perform more powerful attacks. Use them wisely. You can refill your Mocha points by drinking any caffeinated beverage, in or out of battle. Oh, and that meter right there shows your synergy points, which are used to perform special maneuvers as a team. Alright. Synergy points are recharged as our confidence in each other increases, through performing actions, commands, and blocks. Action commands and blocks. You can also recharge a small amount of SP by using Encourage, which is found in the tactics menu. Alright, let's see what these fishy foes are made of. Okay. So we're gonna fight as a team, right? Cool stuff. I'm gonna go use a multi-attack on them. Let's try to do a double attack. There we go. Pull it off. Let's see if I can block. Can I block those? I'm not sure. Alright. Use an area of effect deck. There you go. Burn. Okay, I blocked one. This is a game that the new Paper Mario wanted to be, yeah. I think this is a game that actually can appeal to different people. Because I never played a Paper Mario game, but for someone who enjoyed some Pokemon back in the day and some Final Fantasy, I do find this type of combat with so much synergy and dynamic refreshing, not gonna lie. I'm gonna try a different attack, see if I can pull off a double attack as well. There you go, I did it. I missed them all. There we go. And we won. We pull it off. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let me just see something. So, by the way, save game machine. Okay. Let's go on. Alright. Any developer doing what big budget studios wanted to do, but way better. Then again, never played a Paper Mario game, but I do enjoy this. I would say this is the first game of this genre that I'm playing, or the first game with this blend of genres that I'm playing. And it's pretty entertaining. Nectar, you got some. Give her here, I beg you. There you go, bird. Ah, that's better. Numbs the pain, if you catch my meaning. This guy seems pretty drunk. I'm Pete. Pigeon Pete. Okay. Glad we could enable your problem. Yeah, we were enablers. Now help us get through the gate. Gate? What? I do have a reward for you a lot, though. It doesn't remember. They just gave us something. There you go, a nice planet. How does it have anything to do with our problem? Oh, yeah, sir. Wolf, you made, totting a loot. The plant over yonder loves a good tune. Me and there are more interested. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, so it's another mechanic where you're gonna use a specific ability from one of our party members to progress through the world. Yes. And I think you are gonna love it. Okay, so we're gonna perform a song to make this plant grow. So yesterday I performed the first song, so today I'm gonna go with the second one that seems more complex, see if I can do it. So left, down, up, down, left. There we go. What's up? Nothing happened. Interesting. I thought the plant would grow with any song. Apparently not. So it needs the Sprout Serenade. Makes sense. So let's go with the Sprout Serenade. Left, up, right, left. Yeah, silly me. I didn't notice the difference in the songs in terms of the naming. Oh, by the way, just a little detail, but a lot of stuff in the environment you can interact with. So you cannot break this, but you can come here and try to save the bird from drinking by dropping the cups in the floor. You're welcome, bird. You're welcome. Okay. There we go. I find this exploration pretty cute. chance to recover 1 HP every turn. Healthy glow. It's a trinket. Can I equip trinket somehow? Oops. Let me see. Actually didn't explore that. How do I go there? Oh, on X. Cool. Okay. Actually, we can equip stuff. Okay, we equip the healthy glow. I assume that 3 is like... Okay, so it's gonna end at some point. Okay. Let's go on. Then again, I'm playing with the keyboard. Just a keyboard, not even a mouse. It's pretty comfortable to do so. Okay, what does it unlock? What may it be? Maybe a gate. Let's go. Let's fight. Oh wait, good. Looks like we have some new enemy types here, so pay attention. See that one with the shield? As long as he's holding that thing, you'll block any attack on him or enemies behind him. Luckily, that shoddy wood is no match for my fire. Now, see that one with a sharp weapon? Spear will damage anyone that tries to get close. A ranged attack like your buckler throw can disarm him though. Do this before having me attack, okay? Another thing, you can press E to swap our positions during battle. You might want to put me in front so you can deal with that shield first. Anyway, that's enough explaining. Let's do this. So, the combat gets more and more complex as we go on, right? So, first we just realized that, I mean, we could do this before, but just explain this to us. We can change positions of party members. Now we also have another layer, so enemies will hold items, and we may have to decide how to attack and how to approach the combat depending on how many of them have items and which items do they have and their positioning as well. I think this is very refreshing for this type of game, honestly. Okay, so let's try to get rid of that buckler first. Here we go. It burned. And now let's get rid of that spear. 1, 2, here we go. I pull it off. I think we are very in danger. We have to restore our health somehow. I know we can use restoration. There we go. Let's heal everybody. And I think I can bring the wolf guy into the game. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Should come on. Let's go. Let's see what abilities does he have. Ouch. And let's change positions. We can attack. Cacophonous chords. Approach the front enemy and play a through chord that knocks them into the back, pressing defense. Okay. Oh, he's more like a support character? Shoot a seed that grow into a tall, sharp vine. What does it do? Let's try it out. There's some timing to it. Okay. Sorry. Don't think I need to use that one. Let's try this one. There you go. I pulled it off. I think it's also interesting that we can change the party members during the combat. Without any penalties, I think. It's not like we don't lose a turn or anything, I think. Not sure about that, but... So you're gonna attack. Let's attack. Let's go first around the team member. Okay. Let's protect our friends. Okay, so... Oh, damn it! I always forget that it's about music, so I have to perform... Okay. See if... we have to perform some kind of music in combat here. It's very cool. I just always forget about that. Damn it. Okay, let's try again. So, down, down, right, up. Here we go. It's not even that hard, Becas. Not even that hard. Okay. Nice. We are gonna use it again. Protect our little dragon here. Okay, so... It's also very cool that the sequence for the music changes. So it's not like it's always the same, and you cannot necessarily get used to it, which is, I think it's a good thing. Damn it. They keep on calling them. Let's go. I think our dragon is gonna die. So most of the combat always, it's a turn-based combat, but you still have to perform a lot of actions during the combat, which I think is very interesting and very refreshing. There we go. Yes. Okay. Someone went for a shower? I'm told the preparations are almost complete. Yes, the old one will soon rise again. So I imagine this happens in different worlds, right? So this is a game where we dive into stories and, well, try to solve some kind of mystery or try to recover someone. So there's always some kind of narrative going on in each world, it seems. It's not just like bland combat or meaningless exploration. So everything has a point. Innsbruck Town Square. There we go. Finally got to town. Creepy. That statue in the middle is pretty creepy. Let's save game. And let's find a machine to heal. Game saved. There we go. Map of Innsbruck. Town Square, that's where we are. We just came from the docks. Okay. Cool. What's up, fellow bird? They are so rude. They don't want us here. Embrace the void, stranger, for to know what lies beneath the sea, it is to know true madness. Maybe they're not rude, maybe they're just possessed or something. What about you? Got business with me, outsider? No? Best be on your way then. God damn it. They sure don't like tourists. Ooh. There is a lever up there. Interesting. Let's go to the hotel. Let's check in. See where we go from there. Hey, friends. We are here to check in. There should be a room for us under Ever After Hill. Room 6. There we go. So we're looking for another Ever After Inc. employee that stayed in this hotel recently. A detective. Have you seen him? Nope. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, they're rude. They're really rude. And the hotel is... There's something going on. So I think there's a lot of stuff in the world that tells us something is off, right? So look at... The hotel has a lot of spider webs. Like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. So there's also a lot of environmental storytelling going on. So also there is this creepy head of something there. Seems to be a scary creature. It's surely a pretty creepy place. Can we get into other rooms? Let's do that. Locked. Are you locked as well? Damn it. Are you locked? Yes, you are locked. It's locked. Are you locked as well? You are locked. And are you locked as well? No, it's your room. It was locked, but it's no more. Let's go. Phew, I'm beat and these beds are looking mighty cozy. Should we go to sleep for the night and continue our investigation in the morning? Works for me. I wouldn't sleep here. I think it's a trap. It's a trap, guys. Well, it's too late now. There is something disgusting coming. There's something disgusting coming. Flint, wake up. There's someone outside our door. I don't think it's a someone. It's a something. Did they leave? Even that, just think about it. The fish that we've been fighting so far, They are pretty creepy. You should go check it out. You guys go first, I'll bring up the rear, not because I'm scared. You Spitfire. You could just Spitfire. And put everything on fire, I know, but... Wait, you want to go to sleep to restore? No. 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 Let's open up the door. Oh, there is something creepy there. Did you guys see that? Looks like some kind of demon. It was red, with creepy robes. It's creepy. Okay. We're gonna have a fight. This was not here before. Sure is dark down here. Good thing we have a fire-breathing light source with us. Remember, you can use your partner Tinder to breathe fire and can light torches. Okay. Press and hold shift and use left and right to aim. Okay. I think there's a torch here. There we go. That is... It's still pretty dark. It is still pretty dark. So it looks like we are in a pretty creepy basement. See if you can fight another enemy in the meantime. Yeah, but I think exploration in this game is pretty cool. And the way we interact with the environment is very, very nice. Poisonous brew. Okay. Cool. It is dark. It really is dark. Oh, there's a creepy drawing in the wall. Creepy. I get scared very easily, so I'm not expecting some kind of jump scare. Not a jump scare, but it's still creepy. Oh man. Oh, we have some HP Lovecraftian stuff here going on. Some Lovecraftian stuff. Also swap between campaigns battle? Yes. First round's battle can perform an insta swap and have the new partner take their turn immediately. Ooh. In the first turn. Okay. Future rounds you'll have to pay. Okay. Okay, so there's a penalty for swapping party members. Makes sense. Yeah, I think you're gonna start with some AoE attack. You can only touch 2. It's fine. Not cool. Damn it, I missed the timing. By the way, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to wish list. Let's go. We don't have enough HP for... There are some specific tactics that we can perform here. We can recharge points, we can research. Reveal weaknesses. I mean, let's try some research. Let's go with that guy, it seems strong. Ah, damn it, okay. A cultist leader. They can cast a tricky spell that marks their foes, applying any damage they take back to their target, their marked targets. Ooh. So get that. It's wish listed. Unexpected from you. Marked. If an enemy marks you, watch out. Any damage dealt to them will be dealt back to whoever is standing on the glyph at the end of your turn. So it says it's a good time to attack a single enemy. Is that correct? I cannot get to the other guy. Okay. So let's try something different. Can we heal? No. Can we shift? Yes. Okay. We're gonna attack, let's go. I missed the timing again. The timing is not so hard. I'm missing it, but it's not that hard. Here's if after playing Arena, you would like to play Paper Mario and compare it. I mean, maybe. So I'm not a huge Nintendo fan, or I never really grew up with any kind of Nintendo IP, so I could do that, but because time is limited, I would also probably be happy just playing Escape from Ever After until the end and see, maybe after finishing the final version of the game, I would like to play something else like this. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly. Damn it, I missed the timing again. But I do get your question. Pretty valid point. We have a key. It's a room key. Yeah. This is pretty creepy. But yeah, maybe. Maybe if I had a lot of time, playing a Paper Mario could be something interesting to do. Something I really like about this game is that I'm gonna call it biomes, or maybe the worlds, are revolving around stories, classic stories, or at least so far, the ones I've explored, are revolving around classic stories that we all have heard about. So, in that regard, I think it makes it even more entertaining to go through, right? It's less confused because you don't have to explore a whole new story or a whole new characters. Like, you have a mixture of both. I think that's a very smart approach. Feels less overwhelming, I'd say. And I also wonder how far the combat's gonna go in terms of complexity, because I can see this getting more and more complex as we go on. You wanna take a look inside my instrument shop, stranger? Well, shame. I've gone and locked myself out, so I've got no business with you. Instrument shop? Sounds like that would be useful for a certain someone in our party. How can we help you open up the shop? If you're really keen on helping, outsider, you need to go see the town locksmith. His shop is west of here. Thing is, we are in the midst of a feud. I won't get into it, but he'd sooner part with his own beak than help me. So I reckon you might be having to do some convincing. We're on it. Everybody is very rude. Alright, let's go for one more combat before we have to call it off. Okay, we have a mixture of guys now. So, I think we're gonna start with our dragon guy and burn that shield. I cannot do that? Something I miss sometimes, I'm not able to select the enemy I want to attack. Okay. Fine. Ah, I'm silly. I forgot about that. I have to disarm him as well. I am not sure we're gonna be able to overcome these guys. Let's put some items to use. Let's put some items to use. Let's poison everybody. Let's poison everybody. There you go. He has to get rid of that knife. Seems like that guy has to be like attacked maybe twice to get rid of that knife. Let's see. Health share. Oh no. You've lost a team member. Till they're revived, you will be unable to swap them out. And if both current teammates fall, then it's game over. Oh. Don't panic. When a teammate falls in battle, you can use the other partner to perform a health share. That team will give half of their remaining health to the fallen partner. You execute a health share, press E. Okay. The game is cute looking, right? But I think it feels like kinda Hollow Knight-ish in that regard. It's cute, but it's very, very unforgiving. At least I wasn't expecting the combat to be so hard in the beginning, because the first time I played this, I also died. That's pretty much what happened. Okay, but I also have some other stuff to use. So let's try something. Okay. That guy died because of the poison. Damn it. Damn it. Can we use health share again? We cannot. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try to get creative here. Okay, we are safe for now. Okay, he deflects. Okay, it's like he's immune for the whole turn, right? Right, nice, nice, pretty powerful. Yeah, but well. Nice. We're gonna die. I guess it's a good way to end the stream, right? We all died. Game over. Well, looks it was part of the plan. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes these demos are designed that way, right? I mean, we can go again. Actually, we can see something. Where did we save last? Okay. Okay, so I think we've pretty much covered it all. So you can see it's wise to save the game often. Okay, so make sure to do that, and also make sure to wishlist it, because I think it's a pretty interesting project, and we should support this kind of work. Just as people were saying on chat, very interesting when an indie company manages to pull off something that bigger companies are not always capable of. And this game seems to be very entertaining. The combat seems to be very deep, very complex. And so yeah, I think for today this was a good showcase. I managed to show enough combat, which was something I wanted to do. So make sure to wishlist the game, and see you on the next stream. Have a good one.